Hello everybody, I'm the Trailbox Gamer and welcome back to Ps2uesdays. We're playing Ratchet and Clank. This is the achievement set. First part of the video is going to be a little easygoing. There's nothing to really worry about achievement-wise, so we'll just be playing nice and easily. At least until we get to Metropolis, and that's where the achievements start picking up, but for now, everything should be smooth gameplay. I would say this right now is that we're not completing this area in the first trip here, since we are going to need a gadget that we pick up in Metropolis, so that will be probably in the next video that we complete the outpost. And if you haven't already, I suggest you do actually buy the flamethrower, because at the next level, we are going to need the flamethrower for the achievement.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw ya, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
You know, this part, even though I'm killing them with a flamethrower, it's not adding to the count, and I always thought, okay, it's probably because they're respawning enemies. That's obviously not going to count, even though it didn't say you can't kill respawning enemies. That's just what I figured, but then some of them do, and before I forget, we are coming across a gold bolt right here. Like with Novalis, there is a wall that you can blow up, and behind said wall is going to be a golden bolt. I think this area says it has 4. Currently, we could get this one. Maybe we could get the second one, but that's a big maybe. In fact, I think the second one will probably be easier once we hit Metropolis up. And that's when, you know, when we're done with Metropolis, we could come back here and get 2 of the gold bolts, and then the last one, we're just gonna have to wait until we get the gadget later down the line. It's still irking me that these kills aren't counting. Like, I think they should count. Like, okay, you might argue it's a respawning enemy and those, you know, you could cheese, but I like to think that, hey, if you kill them once, then that should count as a counter, but if you kill the respawning enemies again, then it don't count. That way, at least it's a little fair, because you are technically killing them. I remember this part of the game kind of ticked me off as a kid, for some reason. I don't remember why, but I would always be left with like 1 sand shark left, and I could never find it, so I'd be stuck looking for it forever. It would always be like right like near the last area, just like hidden somewhere. But boy, to me it felt like hours. It probably been like maybe 30 minutes tops, just me looking around. And every time I replay Ratchet and Clank 1, I'm always all like, okay, that one's not spawning again, I know where to go, and it's always the same one. More or less. I'm still trying to figure out why some of these things count and why some don't. Oh wow, it's 3 this time. Huh. They'll spawn, see, they're right there. All 3 of them, we're done.
Here, man, catch.
A brand new Z3000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
You've just acquired a Gadgetron Z3000 hoverboard. Use your new hoverboard at the racetrack in Blackwater City on Clank Road.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait until we actually get there first. There is a skill point here where we're required to shoot out a few vehicles in the sky, but currently we do not have the blaster to do it, so I am not going to be doing it. I don't remember if I use the blaster or if I wait until I get a different weapon, but if you could hit a vehicle in the sky, you could definitely get that skill point. There are actually a few skill points that are just like that. Shoot this thing out of the sky and that's basically it. But currently we don't have any weapons to really shoot anything out of the sky. Personally, I like to wait until I get the Visibomb. Granted, I think the Visibomb's only used for like Poketarus specifically. In fact, I think with a couple, like the one I'm thinking of, the Blimpy skill point, you don't need the Visibomb. You can use the Devastator, you just gotta be in a specific place to use it. But yeah, those are the two weapons you're gonna need for some of the shoot this out of the sky skill point. It's the last achievement. But for the most part, you can get the use a blaster. When we get to Metropolis, I'm telling you this right now, I'm positive we complete the whole thing. Except for like maybe a couple skill points. So Metropolis missions will be done, Metropolis collectibles will be done. The only thing that wouldn't be done will be the skill points. So yeah. We're very close on getting the final bit for the flamethrower, we just need a few. I'm hoping to finish it up in this area. That way we don't have to worry about it. At least we don't have to worry about like the first version of it. We still got to do the second version. I'm just hating how they don't count sometimes. Like okay, that counted. But if it didn't count, I could say, okay, the flamethrower didn't kill the enemy. It was the, explosive box that blew him up. I could accept that, but when shit clearly is killed by the, flamethrower, Pyrocitor, whatever the fuck you pronounce it, and it don't count, thank you for counting. I don't know why you don't count. I'm a little confused with this description just slightly because, okay, after the last recording, I checked out how many levels there were. And there's more than 10 levels in this game, which is what I thought originally, but it's weird that if that were the case, then why did it let me get the Bombard achievement and the Hit It Up achievement on the very first level if there's more than 10 levels, I guess some places don't count as planets as the description, because some of them are outposts. Some of them are space stations, not really a planet, but it's still kind of confusing. Like some places, I think some of the outposts, I think that's where I even got one of the achievements for the weapon kills, which, again, kind of confusing when it says last 10 or last 9 if you get to volume 2. But I guess that's, beside the point. As long as it counts and we don't have to deal with it, we're good. We're great. We're golden. We got rid of them. We don't have to worry about the achievements. We could just keep going on. I did not mean to do that. That could have turned so badly. I think... Nope, it wouldn't have. We've been safe. I'm positive we'd be safe. It just sent me back to the bottom. There's no, quicksand down there. Muck or whatever the fuck it's called. Granted, there are a few achievements in here that do make me kind of rip out my hair a bit. But that's way later in the game and you don't have to worry about it now. Just know that I hate some.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
And looking how I'm playing, yeah, I am gonna skip the second Golden Bolt. We're just gonna go to the next level. It's right there. There's a way that you could get to it. I'm fairly positive you can jump to it currently, but I am not gonna deal with that headache right now. I'm just gonna go to the next level, which is where we're gonna have some headache. In fairness, I think there's only one achievement that we'll be doing that will probably like make you want to rip out your hair. And if you've seen the other Ps2uesdays so far, yes, it's a speedrun trophy. My favorite. My absolute fucking favorite. I'm not a speedy gamer. I don't like going fast. I like taking my time. I like enjoying the game. I don't like running against a clock. At least the hardcore mode, you can say that it gives you a clock. If you try this on, you know, not hardcore mode, it will actually not give you like a timer or anything. So at least here, we could give like an indicator whether we're making it or breaking it. And that little icon right there is another achievement called Bolts in Between the Cushions. We need to destroy all boxes of the whole level at least once. Which, honestly, I didn't think it was that hard.
I got some great bargains for you today.
I could get you now. I might get you now. I will get you now. We're gonna need this gun. We're definitely gonna need this gun. Which reminds me, when you buy a gun, it's never gonna be at full ammo, so I suggest you get full ammo before you leave. Just to be on the safe side. I took a small pause, I came back, I'm good, everything's good. This is gonna be starting the annoying achievement, and I suggest you do it as soon as you get to Metropolis.
Welcome to the Captain Quark Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
If you could see that timer down there, that's the achievement. It's called Real Men Can Sing Without Silly Toys. And you need to complete the obstacle course in Charon, or Metropolis, in under 1 minute and 8 seconds. You could restart by death. The reason why we're starting this shit first, not only because it's a time trial one, is that if you use the helipack or jetpack, it stops it. Now, you can get around without, you know, using the helipack or the jetpack down the line. It's just, personally, when I get them, I'm constantly using them even when I don't mean to. So that's why I'm doing it as soon as I get here, so that I could get it out of the way and call it a day. Because you can't get banned for using it if you don't have the item. The thing is, it's 1 minute and 8 seconds you gotta beat. And I know I praised some games, probably early on in the Ps2uesdays, for pausing the timer. This is why. The cutscene. The cutscene didn't pause the fucking timer, and that pissed me off. We're almost there. We're very much almost there. I wanted to go break those boxes, but I looked at the time, it's like, oh god, no, we have to. And right at the skin of the teeth, I thought we were gonna lose.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast.
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark.
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today, the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad life's not fair.
Which is why I said, get as much bolts as you can because you are gonna run into shit like
I bet
this.
Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that.
And now you know where the achievement name came from.
Make me sick.
Yeah, fuck off too, lady. Just beat your course in under a minute and 7 seconds, or a minute and 8 seconds.
Use it on standard Versa targets like the ones nearby. If the target is out of view,
I can't tell you how much headache that gave me during the actual normal run. The fact that I completed it on the second try astounded me. Fuck it, I don't even think the first time counted as even a first, attempt. The first time was bullshit how the fucking timer just started without me. So, if we wanna be nice to me and say, hey, you completed on the first attempt, I appreciate it. We're gonna be going into the next achievement, and this one could be a little tricky. So, it is called Flippy McFlying Flameface. Love the name, by the way. Using only the Pyrosphere, or the flamethrower, you want to defeat 6 Blarg soldiers without letting go of the R1 button and without taking damage. The thing is, the R1 button makes you crouch. You can't move while you're crouching. Well, you can't move forward while you're crouching, you sit down. However, you can jump about like so. And if you do it like this, you can move just as easily. You have to defeat 6 of those big red dudes without getting hit and without letting go of that R1 button. I'm also trying to get the boxers too. Call me the multitasker, but it'd probably be a lot easier if you just focus on dealing with the soldiers. Now, for safety reasons, I am not switching to my wrench to break any boxes. I am simply holding down and using the flamethrower. However, you're gonna see right now that I do mess up early on. And while this guy would be number 2 and the next one would have been number 3, this dog here gets me. And it pissed me off slightly. Now, I know that this guy I can't get with a flamethrower, but I want to see if I could get past him with holding R1, and so far, yes I can. That's good knowledge, that's good to know. Meaning that if I defeated that second dude, and not get hit by any more fucking dogs, I would have been on number 3 right here. But, unfortunately, I got hit, and we're starting over. So up ahead, we're going to run into a bombing enemy, which will run ahead of you and place down mines. Now, I am positive they don't go towards you, they're just staying there. But at the same time, they are annoying, and I'd rather not have like the whole area filled with them to make traversing even more challenging. We are coming across a cutscene though, and I thought, oh crap, we're gonna have to restart. But then I thought, what if I just held R1 during the cutscene? And you know what?
Ratchet,
it works.
That's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your infobot announcement. You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service. Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
I am so glad that it let you keep this going even during a cutscene.
Using the helipacks, boost jump feature
But
to
now,
open these boxes.
if you're just starting it, traversing should be easier with the helipack, as you can now glide about, get a little more further distance. I suggest not hitting any edges just in case, because I assume that would also break the achievement. And luckily for us, since we defeated, I believe, 3 of them already, these last 3 that are popping up will be the last ones that we need. You just want to avoid their projectiles and you should be good. Ooh. Okay. Oh, hey, you know what? That's nice to know. I was gonna say, I don't think holding on to ledges, like, I think it cancels it out, but seeing that, no, we are safe, and this should be the last guy. Phew. That should be the last tricky achievement in this area. We just now need to finish up the, main area and get as many boxes as we can, and that will be the other achievement. Other than that, there is a couple others that we can't get just yet because, like I said earlier, they are tied to the, skill point that we can't do. But other than that, we should be good on the achievements. For the achievement for breaking the boxes in the level, I was originally just gonna, like, skip off and show where I break the boxes, but then I was like, you know what? Whenever I see a video like that, I always get confused on where I have to go, and I get kind of lost. So for the sake of everyone not getting lost, I'm just gonna let the video play out like normal, just so that everyone can follow along. It might take us a few extra minutes, but hey, you know what? I am trying to help you find these boxes. Some of them can be a little well hidden, others not that well hidden. There is a gold bolt nearby, but I'm gonna go and break the boxes first before I go and grab them. For future part of the video, there are boxes where the gold bolt is around. I just didn't see it at the time, but I do come back and break them. So when you're there, if you want to break them then, go ahead and break them then. But other than that, we should be pretty easy with the gold bolts. The gold bolts here, you could get them on the first trip, so you don't have to worry about coming back later. When I first started playing Ratchet and Clank for, Ps2uesdays, not when I was a kid, it was funny because I'd say probably halfway through Poketaru, or maybe a little past Poketaru, when I asked Anna to come and watch me play. Now, the day happened on Sunday. We have our D&D on Sunday, so we're waiting in Discord. We're waiting for the session to start. It's a few minutes, nobody's joining, and that's a little odd to us because usually everyone's on time. Over here's where you're gonna find the gold bolt. You just wanna jump above these, like, big-ass suitcases, and you can see it, like, from where we are. But me and Anna were waiting for D&D to start. No one's joining. I'm a little bored. I'm also kind of in that Ratchet and Clank mood, so I asked her, hey, do you want to watch me play Ratchet and Clank? And she's like, yeah, sure. Like, how do you play? And I show her the PS2 emulator, and she's watching. I'm using an old save file because the one I'm using right now, like I said, it was for the recording purposes, so I'm just showing her, like, a different save file. And that's when she says, oh, Ratchet and Clank's my favorite. And that's when I was like, hey, well, if you want, you could join me with, playing the game. We'll start a new game and have you record with me. And yeah, that's how it kind of all started. All because she said it's her favorite game. Like, honestly, that's not the only time I decided to do another playthrough, because another friend said that game was their favorite game. Sly Cooper originally only had the achievement run, but Lorenzo told me that, hey, Sly Cooper was his favorite game. It'd be nice if he recorded with me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I already did the achievement run, but, we could do another bullshit run with each other. And I was telling Anna this while we were recording for Ratchet and Clank, and she also said that she likes Sly Cooper. So I was like, okay, you know what? We could do, we could add you to it too. It'd be fun. And Despair, I thought it'd be nice to have him along because in Sly 2, we have a running joke. And I wanted him there for that joke so we could share it with the world. The stupid ass running joke that I'm not spoiling just yet, because Sly 2 has yet to be officially recorded, even though it comes on way before Ratchet and Clank. So yeah, I'm still gonna hold off on revealing what the inside joke was, but I figured, that was our joke. We had a good laugh with it. I should invite him for it, and that's how Sly Cooper got like 3 other commentators with me to do it.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
The dubbing was actually supposed to be like, I was kind of hoping there was an option to mute the voices and we actually dubbed the characters, but that wasn't an option. And honestly, at that point, we were already in the middle of recording. I didn't want to stop. It was like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just have fun. It don't have to be serious. We'll have a good time. And you know what? We had a good time. Normally, I did try to make a schedule of who's recording for what. And everybody did say that they liked Sly Cooper, so everyone got Sly Cooper. For Ratchet and Clank, originally, it was just going to be solely on Anna because that was her favorite game, but then Lorenzo, he told me that he really liked, you know, Deadlock, and I was like, you know what, okay, I haven't recorded for Deadlock yet. If you want, you could join us for Deadlock, that way, you know, since it's your favorite game, you could be a part of it. So, for Deadlock, Lorenzo's gonna be joining us. While recording, and you'll see this like later down the line when you follow the other run, is that I did ask Anna her favorite games, and she does say one of her favorite games was Hurdy-Gurdy, a game I never played before, so I was like, you know what, okay, I'll look for it. If I can find it, we'll play it. And, well, I did find it, so it is down the list. Currently, she's a little annoyed with me. Annoyed might be a little too harsh of a word. She's just a little...
Do you know that you have a map available to you at
No, I didn't.
Press the select button to view a map of this planet.
I'm currently looking for shit. Leave me alone. Basically, she's kind of waiting to see Hurdy-Gurdy be played out, and Despair, he also wanted to join in for Hurdy-Gurdy, but the thing is, by the time he agreed to it, he wanted to do it, Hurdy-Gurdy was already kind of done for. Just like, maybe a couple things were left that were like optional things, so it's like, oh, okay, you know what, we'll have him join in for the optional things. And I'm trying to remember how you do this one skill point, but it is drawing a blank on me right now. There's a skill point where you have to stand between the robot sign's legs, and I'm just not remembering how you're supposed to do it. I remember this also being one of the like skill points I couldn't do as a kid because I was so confused, and that was before the internet was a big thing. However, there is another gold bolt down here under the bridge. And I think most areas do have like a blow up shit skill point. I don't think a Metropolis area is one outside from the Blimpy one. So me destroying all this is kind of pointless. I say after a bit, I kind of realized that too. And I was like, oh, okay. Where that other places have that as a skill point, but not this place? Peculiar. Alright, so I have 8 minutes to drone because that's when this video is going to end. I can't think of any other guide to give other than a skill point that's coming up and the last gold bolt, but since we're a little ways, I'm just gonna talk and hopefully I find my own answer because I'm in the middle trying to figure out how I'm gonna upload for both Sly 2 and Ratchet and Clank because both games do have a large amount of videos. For Sly 2, I have a set amount of 50. However, I'm positive that at episode 39, that's when the achievements end. And I think episode 40 might be going over the special parts of the game, like, you know, the side shit, the developer stuff. I think I could call it at 40 rather than 50, because I think 50 is just me fucking around with game mechanics. With Ratchet and Clank, there are 22 episodes, or not episodes, but there are 22 videos. However, those videos are the unedited footage. This right here, this episode is still part of video 1. And I think maybe the next episode will also be video 1 as well. I'm not entirely sure how many videos there will be, but not all videos are going to be as long. This one's going on a little longer, which it's fine by me. I like to keep it within the 20 to 30 mark. I know we're going a little over 30, but I figured it kind of be stupid to cut it off like right in the middle of, you know, guiding through an achievement. So we're still here, and I'm willing to make the video just slightly longer just so that it feels nicer. So yeah, I'm just confused on how many videos there will be for Ratchet and Clank, because I know it damn well ain't gonna be like 22. Hopefully it will be close to like around that number, but I don't think it's gonna be 22. It's gonna be a bit more, and well, I'm not too positive what the other videos are gonna be. I'm positive, however, they're not gonna be in the 20 range for the most part. But now that we're here, I'm going to tell you about the gold bolt, which is actually across one of the buildings. After I break these boxes, you're going to want to... You can jump from here, but I'm going to show you how you can jump and glide from, like, down here. You're going to want to take a little run, long jump, and glide to this building. In this building, you're going to find the gold bolt, and there will be a way for us to go back to the main hub. Also, there's going to be a lot of boxes here too, so it's also good for the one box achievement that we're working on. This should also be like the last gold bolt for the location, so this would also get us another achievement. And speaking of achievements, while I am here, there is one you could get when you're flying back to this ship. It's just, I didn't notice it at the time, and when I remembered it, I was kind of a ways and couldn't get it, but it's not missable. You could come back, you could grab it, so that's why I'm not panicking. But if you go on here, equip the swing shot, as you're riding along, you're going to see a target. You're going to want to hit said target, and see, there it is. You're going to want to get that target, and that'll give you the achievement. I don't remember where I remember that achievement, but I want to say it was probably when I was running along, like right about past this arc. I think it was right here where I was like, oh wait a minute, I needed to do that for an achievement, fuck. And you can see me, at first I was gonna go back towards it, but I was like, no, we'll just go and grab whatever boxes I'm missing. We'll get it last. We'll get it last. I'll skip towards it when we're done. You know how to get there. It's still gonna be a few minutes because I am looking for these goddamn boxes. Luckily for us, it's not a missable achievement, so you can come back later and complete it when you feel more comfortable. I suggest if you were to wait, I suggest you buy the taunter because that breaks boxes easily, even if you can't see said boxes. So, yeah, that would make the box breaking thing a lot easier. I noticed those two right there, but I'm gonna save them for last. This is what I do when I usually have difficulties finding something. Is if I find a group of something, like, you know, those two, I would put them in the back of my mind until I could find the rest. That way, I have a known location on where to grab the last remaining boxes, or collectible. And I think we're close, like we're very close. As you can see, I'm really looking around. It's not a big map. I did see that box while commentating, but not while playing. So, the good news is that this achievement doesn't need you to break all the boxes like the description said. You just need to break the box that is shown. So if you get to the number that is shown, you earn it, even though if you didn't break all the boxes. Granted, maybe it's like, okay, you broke all the normal boxes, maybe a couple of the ammo boxes. I'm still not sure if the ammo boxes respawn when you leave and come back to a level. But if that's the case, then you could probably cheese it just by breaking all the ammo boxes that you find, leaving or dying, and then coming back and breaking them. But we're not going to do the cheese method for this one achievement. If it were a more harder achievement, I'd say, yeah, there's a cheese method, go for it. But for this, nah. Let's not. Let's not for this one. Here's a good chunk of them. A good chunk, and we only need one more. Luckily, I know where there's two. I did a little victory lap. I could finally be done with this fucking level. We could call this a video. I'm kind of hoping that there's like one around here that I missed, but looking around, I ain't seeing anything, so it's like, I guess I am gonna have to go backtrack my way to those two. I mean, yeah, I did say that commentating, I did see that one, but past me didn't see that one, so we're gonna run past it. It is kind of a good thing because there is a skill point that we could get while we're here, and it's the one I mentioned earlier, the one we had to get between the robots' awnings down there. So, I don't know, oops. I don't know when I remembered it, but I remember that you actually had to jump from up here and fly to Big Al's robot shop. And that's how you get the skill point. I remember as a kid, I always tried for that ledge that was slightly above, and I kept falling to my death because I figured it was like such a straight shot, you know? But nope. Last couple of boxes. We just need the one. And that is the bolts in between the cushions achievement. Now, as I was going back to record for this, I realized that this achievement will most likely lead you to die, as I'm about to, and while there's no achievement on getting less deaths in this game, I realized that some people try to do a run without dying, so I gave that little warning when I talked about it earlier, but here's how you do said achievement. And with that, Metropolis currently is done. We will have to come back for a couple more skill points later down the line, but achievement-wise, again, attached to the skill points, but other than that, we are done with the location, and this is where we'll be ending the video. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.